Now, it's not often that one of golf's biggest stars could be found here in Liverpool's Cavern Club, not as an esteemed guest, but actually playing on stage. John Daly is one of the game's biggest characters. Since he turned pro in 1987, he's shown golf is just one of his many loves. And Daly's travel to tournaments gives him the chance to live life to the full.
I love to travel the world and play golf. For 20 years I've been doing it, so not to the extent what Ernie Els does, but this year I could say I feel like Ernie Els. I mean, I don't know how he does it, but I guess when you got a G5 taking you everywhere, it makes it a little nicer. Well, I miss my bus. That's one thing I do. I miss driving the States. I mean, if I was full stash in the States, sure, I'd play the States. But I'm not, and, you know, I'm happy to get in what I can get in. And, you know, golf, like I said, is booming in China and Asia and all over this part of the world. So it's great to be a part of that.
Winning majors now seems a distant memory for this colourful American. Back in 1991, he won the PGA Championship, and then 4 years later came the Open Championship at St Andrews. But what's his best memory?
I think the British probably, because it was more of a dream. Nothing against the PGA at all. It's one of the, you know, you win a major is a major. I don't think there's anything that can compare to them. But the British, I think, just being at St Andrews, the home of golf. I'm not the biggest traditionalist in the world, but there's so much history there that it makes it mean just a little more to me than the PGA probably.
Being a part of that winning history allows him to attend the Champions Dinner. He rather stood out in the lineup, but that was all part of his statement to the authorities.
It's a family almost, you know, to be a part of winning majors, and that's why I go. But I always tell them it's going to be a loudmouth jacket, it's going to be a T-shirt and jeans under it, or whatever. It's not going to be a tie. And if a dinner's that important, is a tie going to overexceed why I should be there?
Known on tour for his loud clothing, he has a few more things to say on the formal side of golf attire. And when it came to the black tie dinner, well, you just know he wasn't going to conform to the norm.
No, I'm not a tie guy. I hate ties. I feel like I'm choking myself. You know, if I want to hang myself, I'll get a rope. It's the most uncomfortable thing, putting something on your esophagus right here. And I've never understood them. It makes no sense to me why sometimes you got to wear a tie, and I can't. I am very claustrophobic when something's around my neck like that. And I've always been that way. It's just a weird feeling that I get that I just can't put a tie on.
Daly has recently taken on the homeschooling of his son, and this has cut into his practice time. But the discipline of doing that has been a real positive for him personally as well.
I think having my son's made my life a little more structured, more scheduling around him, because he's the most important thing right now.
He's a character for sure, and no doubt there'll be some good times ahead for this loud-dressed but amiable American.